Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here with Gail Grimmett, who is president of Travel Leaders Elite. We're here at the Ziegfeld Theater in New York City, and you can hear the buzz behind us. This is the trade show that Travel Leaders Elite is putting on for all of its agents, and we're going to find out a little bit about that and more about Travel Leaders Elite, and this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Gail, first of all, just talk about what is this event? We have so many agents and so many suppliers all packed in here in the Ziegfeld.
This is amazing. This is our first ever premier travel agent and supplier trade show. Right. So we have over 400 agents that are joining us from the Elite Division, along with 300 suppliers. Sold out event, by the way, all mixing and mingling so that they could get to understand and know each other and know the properties and re-educate themselves on old properties and things that have changed and get to meet some new properties as well.
Well, I know, and I was telling, I think your public relations person, Dina Rudin, that I had not been in this building since it was a theater, so this is new for me.
Oh, this is the premier event. We're having our own premiere inside a premiere in and of itself, so they just redid the Ziegfeld, and so we're the first in. This is great.
Well, that's great news. Now, let's talk a little bit about Travel Leaders Elite. We've been hearing a lot about this, and talk about what it includes and what your goals are. What is Travel Leaders Elite?
We are so fortunate because we really have iconic brands within Travel Leaders Elite. So we have Tzell Travel, Protravel International, Andrew Harper, Colletts Travel. Each one of these brands all specialize in the highest end luxury leisure travel, as well as entertainment travel and some small and medium-sized corporate travel as well. So great brands, well known, strong clientele, and these are their partners in it.
Yeah, now, and I do know all these agencies had very strong cultures. So how is that? How difficult is it to bring them all together?
You know, here's what I would tell you: is you see a lot of consolidation happening within the industry as well, where strong brands can come together but still maintain their unique personalities, right. And that's what we have here. Each brand stands on its own, but yet you can see by the power of who we are together, who we can attract along the way.
Well, certainly, and this is a great trade show. It's one of the biggest I've seen recently. Now, the other thing, of course, is you made a huge acquisition for Travel Leaders Group with Altour. Now, Altour, sort of clarify for our audience, Altour is not part of Travel Leaders Elite, or?
No, Altour right now is part of Travel Leaders Group. They're running separately. Very similar, though. They are our cousins in terms of right. The type of business that they sell as well.
Yeah. So what's your goal with Travel Leaders Elite? How do you want to bring these guys all together, and still retain their separate cultures?
Well, I think that happens within the brand themselves in terms of how we maintain them, but yet bring them together. You can see collectively here what we're able to garner. Our partners and suppliers are eager to get in front of these folks, and if we were by ourselves, I don't think we would have the turnout that we have. But the fact that collectively we represent such big buying power, and more importantly, collectively, who these agents represent in terms of their clientele, bar none. I mean, this whole event is attributable to the agents and all of the business that they've built over the years.
Well, obviously, you've got a lot of suppliers here interested in connecting with these agents, and I think a lot of people are also curious about how you relate to another unit of Travel Leaders Group, namely Travel Leaders Network, and how that works, the relationship between Travel Leaders Network and Travel Leaders Elite.
Well, you know, we're all within one big division, right. And we do use many of the same properties and some different. The way I think of Travel Leaders Group as a whole is three very distinct divisions, right? So you have Travel Leaders Network, which is more of the indirect business. They're the franchise organization. They have a great consortia. They work amongst their franchisees accordingly. You have Travel Leaders Corporate, which handles all of the big accounts. So for example, companies that are big enough to probably have their own air contracts or hotel contracts, but need the travel management and the consulting opportunities to go along with it, they excel at that, absolutely excel. And then then you have the elite division. We have that high-touch agent, high-touch clientele where the agents are actually our clients, and we work with them to be able to promote their business along the way. So 3 distinct businesses, all somewhat similar, and when the opportunity, and we see that with how we're building this, there's many opportunities that we can leverage the group together, and then there's some opportunities where we have a different clientele. No different than some of what you're seeing these days with hotel consolidation. If you look at the Marriott Luxury Collection, you have the St. Regis and you have the Ritz, right? All high-end luxury, but they might have some different clientele.
Yeah, and you also, obviously, you have a company that's got a lot of clout with the airlines today too, right?
Well, I'd like to think the airlines and the hotel properties, right? And I think that's the importance of today. Like, you look at the importance that these travel agencies bring to travel and the experiential piece. And we always tell the properties, if they don't know you, they're not going to sell you. And that's an important part because of who their clientele are. Having that one-to-one relationship is so important still.
Well, Gail, thank you for filling it. This is an amazing event for our first event.
Thank you.
It's amazing to be here back at the Ziegfeld.
Yes.
And congratulations. I assume this is going to be kind of an annual thing, and you're going to do it other places as well, right?
Absolutely. This is definitely annual, and we just debuted it on the West Coast last week. Equal success. Over 200 agents showed up on the West Coast. We're growing on the West Coast. We're continuing to expand, so the demand just keeps getting better, and we had almost 200 vendors on the West Coast last week as well.
Wonderful. Now, Gail, great to see you here at this event. Thank you for inviting me. I'll take a look around and see what's going on with all the suppliers here and your travel agents, and good luck with Travel Leaders Elite in the future.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us this evening.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and Insider Travel Report.